Merci, Mark. Thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to everybody. I'm very pleased to be here and to share with you some view of the MEDPorts Association regarding current challenges and future opportunities for ports and terminals in the Med. Thank you for inviting the MEDPorts Association and myself to be part of this so distinguished panel with two members of the MEDPorts Association representing the port of Venice, Mr. Musso Lino, and the port of Valencia with Mar. So I have a little pressure to well represent our association. Thank you to give us the opportunity to talk about challenges and opportunities in MED. Before starting my presentation, I would like to have a word and a thought towards all the people who have suffered from the COVID-19. It is a tragedy for many people, many colleagues, and many friends. So just to have this thought before starting the presentation. Coming back to this presentation, as you can imagine, challenges and opportunities in MED is our daily bread of our association. You can pass the next slide, please. Let me just have some seconds to present a little bit more our association for those who don't know it. This association was created in 2018 and gathers now 24 port authorities coming from all the banks of the Med. You could see on this slide how we, next slide please, how we organize our works with 6 technical committees, sustainability committees, employment training and maritime expertise, security safety committees, relation with international institutions committees, smart port committee, and statistics and market analysis. You could see also in this slide 6 main goals that we are pursuing. Well-balanced association between the north and the south, as well to creation of maritime trade links in Med area, and so on. You can read it on this slide, and I don't want to take so many time for the other panelists, so we can pass to the next slide, please. And we start to talk about the current challenge. And the first one is obviously, the first challenge is obviously to face the COVID-19. In Europe, in Med, it seems, even if we have to be cautious and careful, that the main wave of the disease is behind us. All of us, for authorities, we have experienced very difficult period. It was the case for the port workers, for the port activities. We are all impacted by the sanitary crisis. Ports are, as you know, the interface between exporters and importers, and the lockdown has led to a huge and rapid and definitive reduction of all our activities. Nevertheless, we were to remain open to allow the trade of the strategic goods. It was a challenge for the Port Authority in Med, and at the same time, it was expected from us to guarantee the safety, the security, and the health of all the port workers. This is the main current challenge that the Med port have to address. And you can see here some measures taken to face the COVID-19 across the members of the MEDPorts Association. What could be the role of the association like us during this period? During this period, the MEDPorts Association has decided to organize an online meeting between members, and since April, once by week, we have the MEDPort Coffee. The objective is to exchange and to talk about what we are living, what happened in the port. And this is an easy way to exchange best practices and to face the COVID-19. So it was a success, if I can say that, but because many ports connect each week to this MEDPort coffee and to talk about what we are living, and we change some best practices to face the crisis. And next slide, please. To talk about the crisis by itself, I believe that to overcome the crisis, ports and port authorities should meet other challenges. And I have chosen 3 of them, but I think there's many challenges to address, but I make a choice and I choose 3 challenges which appears to me particularly important. Decarbonization. It's clear that supply chain should become more and more sustainable, resilient, and the ports have an important role to help to push and to initiate sometimes this change. Obviously, we think in this field, we think about LNG as an alternative fuel. We think about onshore power supplies. We think about hydrogen for the future, and many things else. But the decarbonization should concern as well the industries settled inside the port territories. And port authorities are expected to have action in this sense as well. This is my first point and my first challenge. Next slide, please. The second challenge is linked with the first one, in a sense, in some extent, because it concerns the globalization. Indeed, with the COVID-19 crisis, we see almost immediately, as I said before, with the lockdown, a total reduction, a sharp reduction of the exchange. And many carriers start, it was a little bit the case before the crisis. Many carriers start to think to reduce the distance between the place to produce to the place to consume. And they start to think about how to reduce the distance of the market. And it's a new way of thinking the globalization, and it could strongly impact the Mediterranean area with maybe a new balance to find between the short sea shipping and the deep sea shipping. Maybe we could see a concentration of the deep sea traffic in some port, and after a more diversified port to make short sea shipping between med ports. I think it will be maybe President Mussolini could give me some insight about this idea, and I will be pleased to exchange with him about that. Third challenge, next slide, please. Yeah, thank you. Digitalization. This first challenge is more operational. During the crisis, we were almost all confined, and our work organization has totally changed with the generalization of the remote, of the home working. And it was the same in our terminals, in our port. The organization of the port activities, the port operations were strongly impacted by the crisis. And this makes the need of digitalization stronger and stronger. And we saw that as an evidence. And altogether, we will have to go further in the digitalization of the exchange of goods, of the exchange of data, etc., etc. This is, I think, one of the main link to outcome the crisis. This is my third, the 3 challenges I want to put in light. And next slide, please. For the MEDPorts Association, our objective is to allow, to help in a way or in other, all the MEDPorts Authority to meet, but collectively, these challenges. And you could see on the slide, this one for example, what we are doing in the different technical community and how our works address the challenge I developed a couple of slides ago. So you can see that you can pass slowly the slide because I don't want to take too much time, so I don't want to read the slide. So you can see here in safety security, you exchange many between port security officers during the coring. Yes, this one, and we try to find a new solution for with the Smart Port Committee to enhance, to reinforce the digitalization process in our port. So we try to make an important work job during this crisis. Since, as you know, you can pass. Since, as you know, since centuries, the Mediterranean area is a crossing point for humans, for goods, for information, and now for data. And for us, it is obvious that we could altogether provide solution to overcome the crisis. You can go to the slide number 8. Sorry, number 9 or 10. I don't remember exactly where I am. Yeah, this one is perfect to talk about the cooperation. Cooperation, yeah, perfect. There is a French word, opportunity. Sorry for that. Yeah, the MEDPort Authority the MEDPorts Association try to help, as I said, all the port authority to put in place this kind of solution in order to reach, I would say, 4 main objectives. An objective of ecologic transition, and I gave some example when I talk about LNG, hydrogen, etc. An objective of alternative logistic solution. I think we should be able to fully play our role of connecting platform between Europe, Asia, Africa, and the other continents. An objective on the industrial transition with more densification of the industrial network in MED. And an objective, and it is very important, of skills and competencies with the development of the shared training between Mediterranean for the job of today, but as well for the job of the future. The last one, please. 10, slide 10. Since for sure all of this, the previous one, please. Sorry. All of this could not happen in a night, and as well in a night and a day. However, we have to keep on working to what we have been already done by these different in these different fields, and the MEDPorts Association will work to deepen the cooperation between the MEDPorts, to suggest, to provide innovative, sustainable, and alternative solutions for the port sector and maritime transport. Solutions for a better performance, a higher qualified people, and a preserved planet. I thank you to listen to me for all the participants. You could find here our contacts, and to know more about the association, the website link, and I will be available for any question. And thank you again for listening to me. Thank you.